Why hello, it's your gal Dimply Bean, back at it again with some more Halloween content. I almost just said content then, and that would have been so incredibly wrong. You know when you've got an idea in your head and you're not quite sure if it's going to be doable, or you're not quite sure whether you're going to stick to it or not? I've got one of those. There's an idea up in here that I haven't drawn out, or I'm just keeping it up in this head of mine. You know? Hi. I wanted to do a tutorial, but rather than just your standard tutorial, I wanted to roast myself. I've been for ages meaning to read out hateful and hurtful and nasty comments, but I've been waiting on it and holding off on it because frankly you're all too nice. I get much more pleasant comments from you all, which obviously I'm very happy about. It's very nice, it's very kind, but it doesn't really help me in this situation where I purposely want to roast myself because, I don't know, there's something wrong with me. So I figured I would do a roasted type themed makeup tutorial, especially for Halloween, but also read out some roasted comments as well. I have taken to Reddit. I am going to post a picture of myself. I have got my little roast me doodah, and I haven't done it yet because I wanted this to be a real-time reaction. Nobody may comment, you know, I might get no comments at all, who knows. The worst comes to worst, this turns into just a standard tutorial. Best case scenario, I get a couple of people that rip me apart. What is wrong with me? We're just gonna leave that alone and we're gonna get started on the actual special effects makeup. So I have a box of an assortment of different SFX parts. SFX makeup in this little box right here. I usually have it more neatly laid out, but I've got a new system going on where whenever I start to film, I put everything that I think I will need or would like to use in said video, and then I stick it in a box. So then it's right here and accessible and easy to grab. That was my thought process anyway. I wanted to start off by just kind of building up the makeup that I currently have on my face to make it more. And to do so, I'm just gonna add some blush. I did a makeup look a while ago, I think it was for the horns, and I very much enjoyed this like bulbous kind of look around my lips and like the nose and cheekbones and everything. And that was purely just from accentuating it with a heckin' lot of blush, which is exactly what I want to do now. So I've got my blush ready. It is in stick form, it's by e.l.f, and I'm going to just apply it to regions such as my upper lip, my lower lip, my nose, and my cheeky cheekbones. I think I may have already overdone it. This is the face of regret. Let's just continue. Now it just kind of looks like I've got a cold. I'm sick. Okay, well, let's move on anyway. So now we're going to move on to some special effects, and I'm going to start off with my rigid collodion. Now this is great for use when you want to make some kind of like scarring, but it's also handy for when you want to add depth. Okay, and I'm going to use my makeup brush rather than the applicator because I find that the brush on the actual applicator is a bit thick and I prefer to use my own. Basically just kind of like tightens up the skin, so it like sucked it up and made it all like tight like it would do if it was skin that was scarring, which is quite clever. So we're now going to move on. We're going to start applying a little bit of colour to this to give it some more dimension. And to do so, I'm going to use my Mehron Bruise wheel. Now this is a cream-based makeup in, well, Bruise tones. Because it's a cream-based makeup means that you have to set it. If it was a alcohol-based makeup, then you wouldn't need to set it. It would just, you know, with the alcohol, and then you'd mix it and then you'd apply it to the skin. Once it's dry, it can only be removed with a remover of sorts. I like to remove it using 70% alcohol just because I know that that gets it off. Whereas cream-based makeup can just be washed off with a standard cleanser. It doesn't need to be removed in a harsh way, which is good, but unfortunately that means that it can be smudged and rubbed away, whereas alcohol makeup can't. So there's pluses and minuses to both. I'm going to go in with a small brush and start off with the yellow tone. Kind of looks like I've just dribbled yellow out of my mouth. So we're gonna have to change that, and we're gonna add a little bit of depth. So I'm gonna go in with these two tones here, kind of mix a little bit of that and then do a little bit of that on top. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm now going to use the green and the dark blue, and I'm going to create some bruising on the lips using this sponge here, which is quite porous. Alternatively, instead of using a sponge like this, you can kind of create the same effect by using a beauty blender and ripping out lots of teeny tiny holes. The smaller the holes, the better, and you stipple that on very, very lightly using some bruise tones. So I'm now going to move on to the next step, which is adding fake blood. I love adding fake blood, and I'm going to use Mehron's Coagulated blood, this one right here. We're going to whack in some contact lenses now, and let's see how it looks. Took them back out because those lenses are very blind, so which means that I can't see, do function in any way. I am basically completely blind. We're gonna go back to my phone because it has not buzzed a single time, and I'm half thinking now that maybe the notifications just aren't working, and it's still empty. There's not a single comment on my photo. I'm not saying I'm disappointed, but I'm disappointed. Maybe I'll check in a couple of hours and see if there's any progression there, see if anything's happened. Oh hey, I didn't see you there. So, it's the morning after. There's been some development. I woke up last night in the middle of the night to find that my phone was just blowing up with notifications. I was wondering what the hell, why am I suddenly so popular and everyone's messaging me? Until I realized that they were all Reddit notifications, that I actually don't have friends. It seems as though the issue was that my photo hadn't actually gone up. It needed verifying first, I guess, to make sure that it was indeed a roast me selfie and not something else. I got about 200 notifications on my phone, so yeah, I have a lot of roasts, it seems. So let's read them. I also noticed that there's a lot of chat requests. I don't think I'll read those out because I think that that might be an invasion on their privacy. However, upon clicking on some of them, they make some requests. I'm not interested in that. Don't make requests like that to random women on the internet. It's not exactly nice. I'm not interested. Is anyone ever interested? I feel like you're kind of wasting your time and just frankly being rude to people. But maybe that's just me. Either way, I'm going to reject all those requests. So let's just get right into it. The top comment, not dogging on your work, but that prosthetic forehead is a little too big to be realistic. Fuck, okay, that was a good one. I have a rather large forehead. I think it's fantastic. I hated it when I was younger, and now I think it's just a staple of my face. Oh, someone's like tried to make me feel better by saying I think it's just the wig has slipped back. No, it's not. I just have a big forehead. And they got awards for that as well. So thank you. That was very nice of you for trying to justify the fact that I have a massive forehead. But in reality, I just got a big forehead. You look like the type of chick to give out dry hand jobs. I think my hands were that dry. I thought they were quite nice. I'm not going to comment on my hand job ability because I don't need to justify that. And also, it'd be weird for me to. Let's move on. Okay, continue. You're talented. That's the scariest shit I've ever seen. Original. That one was pretty shit. Sorry, dude. Angelina Jolie. I mean, I'm gonna take that as a compliment because I think that she's beautiful, and if I'm just a spookier version of Angelina Jolie, then wait, what's her original name? That is not a roast. That is fantastic. Thank you. Doesn't look like you're good with makeup at all. Well, he got me. they fucking called me out right there and then. Did your mum and dad keep a projector to watch your movies on for family night? I actually like that one better than the first comment. That's fantastic. I'm gonna upvote. Morgue photos are always so creepy, especially when they forget to close the eyes. Nightmares for weeks. Am I that dead inside that I just emanate corpse energy? As a makeup artist, you would think you would have got those wig dimensions right and lowered that motherfucker an inch or two so you can cover that forehead. Alright, you know what? No, I'm proud of my forehead. We're gonna go back to the forehead again. I don't want to bring this forward because then I feel like I'm lying to you and to myself. And not to mention that I feel like it just looks a bit strange. Even with someone with an average normal forehead, for their hair to be like down here and then for there just to be their head just to go upwards like that. That's not how it works. It's not. No, you look better with the beard. They went through my post history. They found the beard picture. You know what? I agree. I think I do look better with the beard. It's a shame that society doesn't allow me to wear that more often. I would love to just rock up in the office at work, just casually wearing a beard for no reason at all, just for me. You got a big ass fucking head, sis. Hardest working neck in the Hollywood. I butchered that sentence, but I don't even care. This bitch looks like a ghost before she evens died. Before I evens died, I ghost. How many of your Halloween prosthetics are you wearing? I can see the Pennywise mouth and Exorcist eyes. What else is there? The fact that you don't know means that my face looks a bit more normal than I expected. If you put on any more foundation, then you're gonna need a building permit. My review of that. Why am I doing a review? So there we have it. I finally got roasted. I am quite happy. I wish that there was a little more variation, you know, they could have gone further with it. I think actually, arguably, they were a bit too polite, which I was surprised by. And I'm gonna finish it up here because maybe I'll come back to this and do it again at some point in the future. Let me know down in the comments whether you enjoyed the roasts and whether you'd like me to do something similar. Maybe, I don't know, I'll read out some of your comments in a video sometime. As always, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content like this, then go hit that subscribe button. Comment if you're feeling chatty. And so yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.